Utah at Oregon State. Well, when we previewed this game, we talked about it. I said I'm going to fade Utah one more time. And if it does not work, then I have to get off the Utah. Then I can't be fading Utah for the rest of the year. Fortunately, though, for me, unfortunately for you who picked Utah to cover and win, uh, the offensive woes caught up to them. They did. So Oregon State team, credit to them defensively, credit to them offensively, taking care of the football. I know DJ had a pick. It's not a great pick, but credit to them. A couple explosive plays helped, push them over the edge. And but that offense is capable of, producing explosive plays. So it's not saying Oregon State shouldn't have won this game. They dominated this game. Nate Johnson, 8 for 23 passing, 101 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown was late. Late. He probably had about like 80 yards, or he probably had about like 60 yards, late in the fourth quarter before he actually got benched. Bryson Barnes came in. I hope Bryson Barnes is okay. I believe he was hospitalized after he took a hit to the ribs. So he came out. So Nate Johnson currently is the only quarterback that is healthy for this Utah team. And gosh, I don't know. It might be Jaquin Jackson who comes in there and plays Wildcat quarterback if Nate Johnson was to go down. But maybe they get a bye week. Oh gosh, could not have come at a better time. Hopefully this Utah team gets Cam Rising back after the bye. So dynamically, this defense for Utah I still thought looked good. DJU 204 yards, touchdown to interception. Damian Martinez 65 yards on the ground on 16 carries with a touchdown. Yeah, it was this is Oregon State though all the way. It was 3.5. This line opened up, I believe, at -1.5, moved all the way 3.5. I think the market was right on that. I think both these teams look. Utah should not be hanging their heads. They're 4-1 without Cam Rising up until this point, and with that schedule that they played, that's impressive. That is very impressive. Their defenses looked phenomenal. Oregon State, you love to get these kind of wins at home. Jonathan Smith and the Beavs are going to be pumped about this heading into the rest of the Pac-12 play.
No, I agree. I think a very big bounce back win for Oregon State. I think how nice is it not having to go into, Pullman, Washington, or even going to Utah and having a team come into your environment, right? I think obviously in Corvallis, Oregon State definitely welcomed. Their team was definitely happy to be back at home. Yeah, like you said, I just feel Utah, man, the gas ran out. The amount of games you can win with a very, very bad offense kind of stopped, right? And DJ did enough. Martinez did enough on the ground. The defense obviously was locked in all game. And Oregon State picked up a much needed win, right? Utah, like you said, the bye week is fantastic. Got to get Cam Rising healthy. He gets one game, I guess, to tune up. And it's not to disrespect Cal at all coming off the bye, but it's not USC, it's not Oregon, it's not Washington, right? And that's who three of their teams that they still have left to play. A Utah team that's already played 4 very physical football games has a bye week, and then they have 3 top 10 teams, and then Colorado to close the year. And who knows what Colorado's gonna look like, late November. But yeah, I was a guy that was super high. I just had a gut feeling that Nate Johnson was gonna have, a coming out game and really dominate this game with his legs. And that was not the case at all. 9 carries for 3 yards, 8 for 23 and 100 yards and a touchdown and a bench. Only reason he came back in, like you said, is because quarterback who replaced him got hurt. But yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah. He come on. He's a young guy.
That's the only thing we could say about this guy. He's a good athlete.
He's a young guy. But yeah, I think, yeah, like you said, Utah, the bye week is huge. It's huge. It would have been so sweet to steal one more game without Cam Rising.
Oh my
It would have
gosh.
been incredible. A 5-0 Utah team without Cam Rising. And then they can really hit the ground running. But you know what? Honestly, sometimes in college football, a loss is just what a team needs, to really, especially an offense, needs to be like, hey, listen, our defense is great, yes, but if we're going to do things in the Pac-12 that we want to do, it's got to come through the offense, because that defense is going to show up every week. And especially when you're playing high-powered offenses like you have USC, Oregon, and Washington, I mentioned, you got to score with them if you're going to keep up. And historically, Cam Rising has, obviously, but we'll see if he gets healthy. But yeah, like you said, Oregon State, looking ahead for them. They get Cal, UCLA, and then a couple very winnable games, and then Washington, Oregon to end the season. But happy for DJ. It was a nice bounce back win for him. At home, this team is going to be very, very dangerous. On the road, obviously they can win every game they're playing in. That's how highly I think of this roster. I think you do too. But yeah, I think this team at home is going to be very hard to be messed with.